Thank you, Mr. Chair, for your kind introduction. Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Yang Ping, a professor teaching at Kumamoto University, Japan. First of all, I'd like to express my heartfelt appreciation to International Wood Culture Society, IWCS, and the conference committee for inviting me to give this talk about the promotion of wood culture in Japan. As well known, Japan is abundant in forest resource, covering 60% country's area, which supports the rich and unique Japanese wood culture heritage in the long history. Here you can see, Here you can see these wooden architectural relics, traditional temples, shrines, and religious statues. Some of them are registered as national treasure. To appreciate wood benefits, especially the ecological, material, and renewable resource, and the green amenities for human beings, the promotion of wood culture and wood education has been carried out actively in Japan recently. Its mission does meet with Wood is Good of IWCS. Of course, it matches up to this conference objectives. Actually, this movement was advocated by Japanese cabinet in the Basic Plan of Forest and Forestry in 2006. So it's a Japanese national strategy. The National Institution Japan Wood Products Information and Research Center takes the initiative to organize the movement systematically in collaboration with diversified groups to call for a wide participation extending to communities. In order to encourage all citizens and children to appreciate wood culture, lifelong learning has been designed. To gradually deepening the understanding of wood culture and features, especially the meaning of wood utilization. The praiseworthy feature is its stepwise approaches to ensure the wood education by touching with sensitivity at the first, making with understanding the second, and learning through application finally. This step image shows us the wood education flowering corresponding to the 3 steps. You can see touching, feeling, and culture excursion are for the first step. Activities of making annual ring sample, tissue box, bookshelves are for the second step, and experiment on carbon storage, thermal conductivities are for the third step. The following tips of activities such as time required target learners, keywords, summaries and features, examples and goals, relationship with other steps, effective implementation cases, matters to be attended to, preparation of materials and tools. All these details are provided in the Wood Education Service Package. Also, the manual of woodworking tools like hand saw, plane, gimlet, hammer, and the study modulus of wood structure, wooden temple, energy comparison, prevention of global warming, and the renewable resources are provided in the service package too. All these education resources can be downloaded from the website of Japan Wood Products Information and Research Center. The second feature is the diversified collaboration to appeal wood education to the public. The wood education forums have been held in Shimane, Hokkaido, and other prefectures, incorporated with wood education workshop and instructors training. 2 days programs includes lectures on wood education, practice of woodworking, final presentation of action plan individually, delivery ceremony of training certificate. The trainees were from a wide range of university students, in-service teachers, employees in public and private sectors, and some housewives even. The practical approach of wood education is the implementation of local off-school wood education workshop nationwide. Here I'd like to give you 2 cases. First one, it starts with a lesson of ecological friendly and human friendly material of wood. Here are some images to show children the good sensory characteristics of wood in visual, auditory, aromatic, and tactile aspects, emotional stability, humidity conditioning, and antibacterial. To attract kids' interest, these fantastic toys were shown them firstly, as these seem mystery to them to think how to put a piece of wood into a small neck bottle, and how can a wooden arrow go through the small hole of wood or metal. I'm sure our audience here are familiar with the shape memory characteristics of wood is the application of hydrothermal softening to the drying set. Then it can recover almost completely to its original dimension. This is a material prepared for kindergarteners and low graders of elementary school students to make a stripe. The left end here is compressed from 15 millimeter to 5, which means 1/3, and drying set previously. It can be recovered to its original size after thermal reaction. You see, after decided what kind of stripe to do with the given materials, the kids would dry their favorite figures on, and the instructors would help them to shape their favorite stripe with a jigsaw. Then put a compressed end into a small hole of coin or a wooden ring, then immerse the compressed end into the hot water. Here you can see, as a result, the recovered end cannot get off from the small hole of coin anymore. Boring a hole on the stripe with a gimlet to let a ball chain to pass through. You see the various stripes attract many kids come to here waiting for their turn to make them. The second case, you can see these instructors are university students. They serving in the wood education workshop. As for the second case, the objective for the upper graders in elementary school to make is a timetable board. You see the pointer to show the day of the week is made by utilizing of shape memory characteristics of wood too. Here are some referential samples and student works. We can imagine the fulfillment and enjoyment from their smiling. I'm sure Such amazing experience at the early age is necessary to inspire children to become a wood enthusiast. Furthermore, the great achievements have been reflected in the All Japan Championship of Woodworking Skills for junior high school students annually. It has been held for 11 years. About 20 players take part in the final competition each year, who are winners from 8 regional tournaments. Here I'd like to show you a movie on this year's championship held in Tokyo. This hall is prepared for the championship, and the challenges from nationwide come to challenge their great comfort efforts in woodworking with the given materials and tools. She is a representative from our Kumamoto prefecture. Actually, when she was an elementary school student 6 years ago, her elder sister, the representative, brought her to this final championship. She was inspired and stimulated very much that time. Since then, she was motivated very highly in woodworking skills. She loves making and practice a lot at school. Now she challenging the difficult aesthetic dovetail connections carefully. Please pay attention that these are inclined end joints. You see she uses the woodworking tools so skillfully, like hammer, plane, hand saw, chisel. Actually, this is the 3rd time for her to attend this final competition, which means she has been selected as the competitor for 3 years. Now she started working on the final stand pieces. She always remains so confident during the 4 hours competition. Now she is trying to assembling the stand together. Okay, it's nearly finished. So it's a flower pot stand. You see, she completed it. And she must do an appealing presentation on her work. She said he has his great effort on this flower pot stand by fully utilizing all given materials. And this flower pot stand is so sophisticated. And also he used this residue from the saw cutting because the inclined end joints. So finally he won this year's championship. They have 2 ways with unique design. It's a ceremony of awarded. So as for the judges' evaluation, it focuses on work's precision, players' attitude, skills, creativity, presentation impact. The top ranking challenges were awarded by the Ministers of Education, Welfare, Forestry, and etc. The awarded works and the final competition were highlighted in various mass media. This idea to product competition involves students fully engaged in wood education. These enforce the ripple effect of wood education on society. Finally, in conclusions, needless to say, all these efforts in the wood education implementation, like the leadership of the national institution with the collaboration of diversified groups, establishing the systematic stepwise approaches, developing teaching materials, carrying out forums, workshops, instructors training, and establishing the lifelong learning environment in schools, communities, and nationwide. All these efforts have praiseworthy impact on advertising wood benefits. Of course, this cultivation of wood enthusiasts for a mass of green consumers is absolutely vital for the sustainable development globally. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you agree with me. That's all of my presentation. Thank you for your kind attention and the support of IWCS. That's all.